How's it going, my friends? Welcome. A little treat, hopefully you enjoy it. We're going to play some Heroes of Might and Magic 3 today. This is the Horn of the Abyss fan-made expansion, which adds a new playable faction called the Cove, and I'm going to play that for you today in case you haven't seen it. I really like them. And also the ability to play on random maps, which is also what I'm going to do. So, this game, I love it. I only discovered it about a month ago, so I'm relatively new compared to some people, but I know enough about it I can hopefully teach you, because I'm aware some people may not have ever heard of this. I think it was kind of like what we thought Thronebreaker was going to be, and I really would have loved Thronebreaker to be like this. But I am aware that this game was a lot of people's childhood as well, so they're going to know it immensely well. And while I'm teaching you, they're probably going to try and teach me, saying everything I do is wrong or could be doing better. But we're going to play a random map, and it's going to be fully random apart from a couple of things. First of all, I want maximum opponents, and we're going to play on 130% difficulty, which is hard mode, because that is the most powerful an AI opponent can be. Any higher and they just start handicapping my resources at the beginning, which makes it kind of slow and boring at the beginning. Personally. We're also going to choose our faction. We're going to choose the Cove, which is the new fan-made expansion, very pirate themed. And again, I really love this faction, so I'm happy to show it. We're going to let the hero be random, so we can see what kind of strategy we have to do as we go. But to win, we just have to gain all towns and destroy all heroes, basically dominate everything, and that's it. So let's begin. Remember, this is what we thought Thronebreaker was going to be like, which is this is Heroes of Might and Magic, right? We are here. We have arrived. Okay, so there's three main screens you will need to learn, and that'll be the overworld screen, which is this one, the town building screen, and the combat screen. So first of all, let's just look at the town building screen. So this is my town of Watergate. Right, there's conspiracies here, but this is my pirate town. We've lashed somebody up to there, and he's quite big considering the size of the building. But every day you can build one building in your town. Okay, now they do a lot, and we'll go over those soon. But first of all, we're just going to grab the town hall, which gets us 1,000 gold per day, which is always good to go for straight away to get that money rolling in. Because at the minute I'm not earning any money. So we definitely want to get that. Okay. The next thing we want to do is just recruit as many units as we can. So we're going to recruit 9 crewmates and 16 nymphs into my army and put them into my army like that. Okay, so the first major thing you've got to understand about this game is that it works on months, weeks and days. So you can build a building every day. Okay, so that's the triggers of day. You get all your movement points back every day and stuff like that. Now, in terms of recruiting people, they get restocked every week. So I'm not going to be able to get any more nymphs or any more crewmates until week 2. So in about 7 days, 7 turns. So just be aware of that. Okay, so we've got, who's our guy? We've got Zilair. His speciality is forgetfulness. That's a spell. It's not just he's a bit dodgy in the head. He casts forgetfulness with double duration. So you should start with that ability straight away. His spell book. Mind spell. Half of the selected enemy ranged units forget to use their attacks. The spell is active for a number of rounds equal to the hero's spell power. So spell power is 1. So that would be active for 1 turn, but I get double because I'm this Zilair character. I don't consider that too good, honestly, but it's okay, I suppose. We start with a bit of resistance, so spell power done from the opponent is reduced by 10%. Okay, it's okay. Let's head back into the town and go to the tavern here. We get a few tips here. After a generous tip, the barkeep whispers, "The ultimate artifact may be found on a grassy plain." There you go. We've got 2 heroes we can recruit. We've got Corpse, a level 1 captain, with pathfinding, which is good. That means he walks a bit faster. And Offence, which means all my troops do a bit more damage. I actually really like Corpse better. I might try and see if I can't switch Corpse to be my main leader very early on, because he's got no advantage over Zilair. And I like his offense and his pathfinding, it works. Although pathfinding maybe, I guess it doesn't matter whether it's my combat person or not. So we'll definitely recruit this guy. We just first need to move him out of town so we can recruit Quarks. He looks damn cool. He looks like a captain, doesn't he? He looks damn cool. The other person was some Will Smith looking woman. She was a level 1 alchemist, Neela. She's got armor speciality, which I think means all my units get a bit more defense. But notice how she's not part of my faction. You can mix factions. When I capture a town, I'll manage to be able to build their units, which is really nice. I love doing that in games. Warcraft, I think Command and Conquer was the main one. You always try and get an engineer into their main base so you could start building their tech as well. It's pretty cool. But he's obviously the Grenemlins faction. She doesn't look too good. We may buy more heroes. We also got this guy, Malcolm. He's not a hero, he's just a random dude. He's got a centaur, so he's not my faction either. But we're not going to buy any more else anyway. We're going to make Quarks meet up with Zalair. And I'm actually going to move everything onto Quarks, I think. I like his offense. 5% per level bonus to offense skill. And offense is my units do more damage, which is great. So everyone's going to go over to Quarks, and Zalair is now going to be my navigator, as he says, which is he's just going to be exploring. I don't think I can move them, which is unfortunate. I'd like... Oh wait, he starts with a Dependent on Life, immune to Death Ripple. It is probably worth having a look what kind of factions the opponents are playing. So I'm playing Cove, he's playing Cove. Rampart here is filthy non-human, so dwarves and wood elves and such. We've got a dungeon faction, which is Dungeons and Dragons. Beholders, Medusas, Minotaurs, Manticores. We've got the Fortress, which I feel is Lizardmen related. So Lizardmen, Serpents, Basilisk, Gorgons, Hydras. Another dungeon. A tower. These are the interesting ones with exotics. So Stone Gargoyles, Stone Golems, Mages, Genies, Nagas. That's a good faction. If I can get that town, I'll be very happy to capture that town so I can build those giants at the end. And a fortress, another Lizardman. So we're missing a Necropolis. Death Ripple's really good versus Necropolis. Or Necropolis uses Death Ripple spell quite a lot. Let's get Quarks. He's still in town. We need to... Have we got a mage guild? Right. He hasn't actually got a spell book. Which means he doesn't know any spells. So we'll need to worry about that. But Zalair isn't my explorer, so let's get him going. Essentially, this is the overworld screen. This is what we thought Thronebreaker was going to be like. You've got a certain amount of movement points, and you can move around. So let's have a little look where we want to go. Let's go... What's this? A War Machine Factory. Let's go down here and see. We'll collect some crystals. The resources are at the bottom there. We'll collect some crystals, some ore. Oh, we found an ore pit. This gives us ore per turn, so getting that earlier is good. We can't reach there in one turn, so we might as well just check out the Scholar. +1 defense skill. It's a shame that we got it on him. We'll head over there. That's his movement. This guy with the army, he's going to move along the road. Let's head up. Shrine of Magic Incantation. We can learn Curse. But obviously I don't have a spell book. Treasure chest gives me money or experience. I'd like to try and level him up. Whoa, that's loud. I'd like to try and level him up, so let's head on up that. Oh, we got wood per turn, so I guess it's probably worth him getting it if he can. And that's it, I think. We've built one building in this day. We've moved the maximum we can. Nothing else to purchase for me, so that's day one. That was a long day because I was explaining a lot. But let's continue moving our units. Ore pit, granted. Ore is collected. Ooh, what's this? We've got Boots of Speed. That sounds great. Obviously, I don't have an army, but skeletons are real easy. Head to the obelisk. Now, the obelisk is a puzzle. The more obelisk you get, the more stuff you get rid of, and it locates to a part of an area on a map. If I find out where it is, I can dig there and get the Holy Grail, which is a really powerful item. Right, so let's get him in there. Let's just keep exploring over this way a little bit. Magic well restores spell points. We haven't used any, so it doesn't matter. There's actually not many enemies around here, is there? Okay, don't forget we can build 1 building per day. Now, the town hall, which gets us 1,000 gold per turn, was great, and we want to upgrade that to a city hall as fast as possible to 2,000 gold per day. I do think for every single game we play, gold is a bottleneck. You'll end up being able to recruit more units that cost gold than gold you have. There might be some other bottlenecks with some other resources, but at the minute we're not sure yet what's going to be around in the world. So we definitely want the money. So in order to build that, we need a Mage Guild level 1, Marketplace, and a Blacksmith. So Mage Guild allows me to learn spells, so we'll build that one, I think. Bam. There's my Mage Guild. But the heroes have to go back to town to learn that. And that's it. That's day 2. These are going to start getting a little bit faster now. Move him up. Let's see what else we've got. We've got a Grenemlin guarding a treasure chest, some mercury, and some wood. Windmill. There's another thing that refreshes every week, and that's some buildings which give you resources. So a windmill is one of them. It refreshes every week, so we definitely want to get that like now, I suppose. 4 sulfur. Let's see. Nice. Crypt. So a crypt is a place which is guarded by something, and if you beat them, then you get some good stuff from it. Now a crypt is always guarded by walking dead and stuff like that, but let's do the blacksmith. Provides my army with cannons. That sounds pretty good. That sounds great, actually. I like the sound of that. It's day 4 now. A star axis. +1 spell power per hero. So even my other hero wants to go get that. Okay, so this is guarded by a Master Grenemlin. Now, it is worth noting that enemies on the map, like creatures, they do have like a bit of a cone around them, a bit of an area, so I can't sneak by. It's impossible to walk past there without killing it, and since I haven't got an army, I'm going to have to leave, go and grab something else. It's also true that I'm on the swamp, which means it's difficult terrain, so I don't move very far here, which is unfortunate. It's guarded by 20 to 49 skeletons, some walking dead, some wights, and some vampires. I think that's a little hard for me now. I think one of the major mistakes when playing this game is going into things a bit too early. Let's go for experience. Level up. Excellent. These are really good ones, actually. So pathfinding reduces movement penalty for rough terrain by 50%, and logistics increases movement points over land just in general by 10%. Okay, this is a difficult choice. I'd really like that because I've got 25% already. However, I already have basic pathfinding, so I think it's more likely to bring up advanced pathfinding again next time I level. Whereas if I think that's less likely to appear again because I haven't got any logistics. So I'm thinking about taking that just so there's a higher likelihood of both of these next stages appearing again. Oh, okay, here we go. We can have advanced offense increases all hand-to-hand damage inflicted by our hero's troops by 20%, and gives me control of a ballista, defense towers, and the cannon. Gives the ballista a 50% chance to inflict double damage. The cannon inflicts additional damage to fortifications. We have got a cannon back in town that we can give to him. Or 20% on troops melee. Again, that will be. I think that'll come back up. So we'll choose the artillery. I'd like control. That'd be great. And this is the Water Observatory, which is great. We can't get there this turn, which is unfortunate. But that will reveal the surrounding area and allow me to plan out my strategy on how to lose. And finally, we just need a marketplace. And now we can build that next turn. The marketplace just allows us to maybe purchase some wood for 2,000. One piece of wood for 2,500 gold is the rip-off, absolute rip-off. But the more marketplaces you have, the better value you get for trading, either purchasing or selling stuff. And you only get more marketplaces by capturing more towns. So let's end day 4. Oh, there's a hero down there. Right, he's explorer. Let's get the redwood. What is that? The cat. It says it's a cactus, but it looks like a bird to me. Is that? What is this? I don't know. Right, so we've got a mansion guarded by some walking dead. That's easy. There's a spyglass there for free. Probably increases my range of vision. I can visit a corpse. There's actually no enemies up there, really. Some energy elementals, some troglodytes. It's free territory up there. We should really get that exploration guy up there, because this is all free, pretty much. So we need to get Zalair up there. This combat guy should be fighting. So let's grab the wood, and we're going to bring him down over here. Yes, let's build our last city hall for 2,000 gold per day. We did that as fast as physically possible. So there's one more upgrade to that, which is 4,000 gold per day, but it requires a castle, and that's this building upgraded again. It's pretty rare. Well, it's pretty late. We can't get it too early. So the next thing we want, now remember, we get all our recruits every week, and it's nearly the end of week 1, nearly start of week 2 when we get these back. Now if we look at these, they got a growth of 9 and a growth of 16, so that's how many we're going to get when the start of the new week. So what we really want to get is anything that will give us more units or will increase their growth. So the main building we want to try and get is the citadel here, including a 50% increase to base creature growth. So everything gets plus 50% more growth, ready for recruitment in week 2. So we don't need to build that early, we just need to build it before the tick over between week 1 and week 2. That requires nothing. I can just buy that. We don't need to buy that until day 7 though. So what we're going to do next is buy one of these buildings that will allow me to just get a couple of extra units so they benefit from that extra 50% growth. That's what we want to do. So we'll have to wait till tomorrow for that. And that's it. Oh, Blue? What's Blue doing here? That's a bit presumptuous. We're very close to Blue. He's only got some pikemen. He looks like that guy. Can you see him? It looks like that guy. What's that thing where it's like the guy who's licking good? Bueno. You know? Oh, I'll have to show you the picture. You know, he looks exactly like him. Can this guy reach him? I think he should be able to, right? Oh no, he has to walk all the way around because that guy must be blocking the way. Well, we're gonna have to kill that guy anyway, so let's do that. The hobgoblins are awed by my power of your forces begin to scatter. Do you wish to pursue them? Basically, I can let them flee. I get nothing for them, or I can fight them. But they're saying that they're quite underpowered. So I'm going to fight them. Hopefully I won't lose any units, but... but we get the experience. So this is combat. It's a good way to introduce us to combat as well. So it's a hexadecimal grid. We've got movement points. The enemy's got some movement points as well. And it's based on initiative. So the fastest units go first. It's based in rounds. Everyone gets to move every round as well. We haven't got any spells. So let's just wait, which means I let the opponent do what he wants to do first. There we go. So this guy, the pirates, these are, in my opinion, the cream of this entire faction. I love these pirates. They need to be upgraded, but they can shoot. They got 4 shots. Okay. And then they can also melee pretty decently too. So we'll shoot. Now, with ranged units, if you are too far away, you get what seems to be like a broken arrow. And this means you do half damage. So I kill 5 to 8 of them. If you're close enough, you get full arrow and you kill more. So I'm going to kill all 8 there. I do 50 to 130 damage, or do 29 to 68. So it's better to wait for them to walk into range first. The other thing to do with ranged units is if they've got an enemy next to them, they can't shoot ranged. So it's a really good strategy to have a fast unit that can just land right next to a ranged unit and stop him from firing. So we'll kill all of these. How far is their movement? Quite far. So we'll just move these down to sort of protect. I believe these nymphs are going to go first next turn. Everyone's had their turn now. Oh wait, no. Okay. Hit the nymphs. We lost 2. That's fine. So we lost 2 nymphs and killed them all. Also, you may notice that I attacked back. Most units in the game, unless specified otherwise, they have a counter, a retaliation. So if you attack them, they attack back. But most things only attack once per round. So it's a really good strategy to attack something and then just pile on that unit because they won't retaliate to everything else. Okay. We'll just kill it. We're going to kill all 8 so he won't actually attack back. There we go. Easy. We also got breastplate of petrified wood. Can we kill it? Yes. We can go and attack him. Right, now the opponent has a couple of options here. He will most likely flee. You can surrender, retreat, and that's it really. Surrender means I think you die. I don't know anyone that's ever done that. Retreat means you lose all your units, but your hero survives and you can buy him back at a house, and you don't lose any trinkets he might have. So we'll... How far can he move? Let's just move forward. He'll probably do a spell. Oh wow, great. I can just kill him. Dead. There we go. So we defeated him, and what it means is his heroes died. Can be brought back, but it's very rare. It doesn't appear straight away in the town, and he loses any artifacts he's holding, which is nothing because it's just like a scouting party, obviously. Great. So, +1 spell power. Let's do that. It's definitely worth upgrading our heroes. Might even be worth buying another hero. Any of these a navigator? What does Eagle Eye do? I'll take the Will Smith looking woman. There's a lot of weird things here. We'll move those back into the town, and she's just going to have the 1 stone gargoyle. They are speed 6, and she moves relative to the slowest unit in your stack. So there's a nice chunk of stuff to do down here. Where is that guy? He's all the way down here. So if we get her to go up. Treasure chest. We want the main guy to get that. So we'll get her to go up here. He's just going to grab that. He's going to stay down here as well. Bloodlust spell. A learning stone. 1000 experience once per hero. So everyone should get that. And that's just good. Hopefully we get something which is useful to us. I can learn 4th level spells or do 5% more damage in combat. Let's do the spells. Treasure chests. Sure. I'll take the money. I don't necessarily need to level this guy up, I don't think. And building that we're going to build. Like I said, we want that, but we only need it on day 7. Don't need it before then. So, the other benefit I want to benefit from the growth that's going to happen. So if I build one of these where it's either pirates or sea witches, I will get some extra units when the week ticks over. So I think I would really like... Let's have a look. That's relatively cheap. I'm going to get the sea witches. That one's cheap. I'm going to buy the more expensive. Sea witches are awesome. Okay, that's these ladies here. Basically, what they do is they are also ranged units, and they cast a spell after they shoot. It's always the same spell. It's always weakness, which, like, I don't know exactly what it does. And then every other one after that is disruption ray, which weakens their defense. So, absolutely amazing. We get some recruits because the first time we built them. We need to get them back into the main army quickish. We might send him back to get the cannon, to get the spell book. It's going to be quite useful. Right, so it's day 7 now, just before the week. So the first thing we're going to do is that citadel for the 50% extra creature growth. Okay. So now instead of 16, I get plus another 8, which is 24, 13, and because we have her now, she's going to get plus 1 extra. But that is it. We're not going to be able to get any more benefits before week 2. So week 2, we have to think of a different strategy on what we want to do. Right. Go exploring. But yeah, we're considerably close to the thing. We're on the map. We're on the right-hand side. We seem to be able to get caught from the top. There might not be any particular factions up there. Looks like there's the cliffs all over this place, so it doesn't look like we can get caught from the south. Looks like maybe that's the only way in apart from above, but I don't think there's anyone up there. Oh, blue player has got whatever that is. So we have to keep an eye on that. Let's get him over here. I'll get the experience on this one. And I'll grab that, and I'll head back town. Okay, so he's going to be there for week 2. When all the new recruits come in, we'll slap them back into Quarks' army. So that's really nicely planned out, I think. Gets a small quantity of ore and gems and money. But yeah, money is going to be the bottleneck. Because you see, we're already quite low. We haven't actually bought many troops yet, so just got to be careful about this sort of stuff. Okay, that is it. It's now week 2. Okay, it's the week of the tortoise. Tortoise. All dwelling increased population. So what that means is, there you go. We got all our units back, which is great. So let's get Quarks in there. Quarks should now immediately have a. Does he? Where's the blacksmith? There he is. I can buy a cannon. 4,000 gold. That's a lot, but it might be worth it just because. It's a lot. Oh my god, it is a lot. 4,000 is a lot of money. Let's buy the units first. They're going to be most important. So, it's a new week. So, the castle can now be upgraded. And that adds 2 towers on to fortify my town. And doubles creature growth. So, another 50% extra. So, it's 200%. It's quite expensive. But again, we don't need that until day 7 of this week. And after we've built day 7, we can then build that. There might be a reason to buy that earlier, so we can buy the capital earlier and get the 4,000 gold earlier. That might be a thing. But the first thing I'm going to build is a frigate. This allows us to recruit pirates, and I love those pirates. So by buying that now, it gives me access to the pirates right now, which means I can put some extra ones in his army. So let's buy the sea witches. Let's buy as many pirates as we can. We'll buy as many of these as we can. And we'll buy as many of those as we can. Slap them all in the army. Excellent. The pirates are going to go at the very first thing. And they're going to go there. Now, here's a nice little trick of why I really love this faction. It might be an exploit, I don't know. But the sea witches, after they shoot, they cast, right? But it's based on like stacks. So what we can do is spread out loads of little ones. So not only do these ones cast the disruption ray to weaken the opponent, now she does it and she does it and she does it, and we're just like draining the opponent's health super fast. I don't really want to mix my factions very much, but we'll leave them there to defend. We've got some new heroes in the tavern. We got Astra of my faction. Her speciality is Cure. She has some basic luck. And we also have Ash, a level 1 heretic. Speciality is Bloodlust and has Eagle Eye. She is obviously a demonic faction. So, out of these two, you never know, it could be the same person, schizophrenia. Or, which one would you do? I don't know. Which one would you do? Let's just send Quarks out now. He's going to have to go fight some dudes. So, I want those boots. The boots of speed sound awesome. We'll grab that as well. We'll head to this crypt. The windmill has sort of re-triggered, so you can get that again. So that's worth getting again. These sawmills that give you wood per turn and stuff, they stay yours until taken from you. Okay, so Quarks is going to head down and around unusually. He'll get the learning stone, maybe that. What's that machine? Oh, I didn't buy the... do I have enough money? I don't have enough money to buy the cannon. I can buy the cannon with someone else, then give it to Quarks later on when I'm more comfortable. Let's grab that. I think 1,000 gold. Again, bottleneck is gold at the minute, so We should have really got it with him. I wasn't sure I was going to get gold until I got there. There we go. This is nice. Second level spell. Let's not bother. Now, head down here. We got a Grenemlin guarding several things. School of Magic. Plus 1 spell power and knowledge for 1,000 gold per hero if I want. And chests. Plus 1 attack per hero. So even he should get that. But obviously I can't fight past it there, so we'll get the wood. What are these frogs? I don't think you can do anything with the frogs. She is heading up. 2,000 gold. Oof. Let's take the experience. Right. Basic offense or advanced armor? Let's take the offense. I'll take the gold on that one. I don't mind leveling up a bit, but I really want the quarks to get the main stuff. It's just a negative about your explorers are obviously the ones going to get the chests. And that's it. Day 1 complete. Oh, we got some guy over there. Obviously, she's not got an army, so can we sneak a look? Or is there enough? There's not enough revealed of him. I could probably grab that. Oof. Can I get over there? I can. There's a sneaky way I can get over there. Let's continue just grabbing stuff that we know we can grab. This guy's going to get the wood. Level 2 spell is Ice Bolt. That's pretty nice. Protection from fire. There we go. We got a protection from water. And he is going to grab this for 1,000 experience. I told you it'd come up again. Absolutely want to get that. Basic Earth Magic can be good later when you get like teleportation and stuff. It just reduces the cast of Earth Magic. But obviously, rough terrain by 50% penalty removal is great because we're in a swamp, so absolutely brilliant. Learn Bloodlust. Have I got a spell? I forgot to put him in the mage thing. Bollocks. He needed a spell, but I need to go buy my spell book. Okay. Let's visit the crypt. We can do this, no problem. Okay, we're surrounded. We've got what can actually attack us. The skeletons can't reach us in one turn. The Walking Dead can't. The wights can, and the vampires can. So we want to kill 4 to 10 of them, or 2 to 5 of them. They do 5 to 8 damage, and these have got 15. So let's kill these. Right, we killed a few of them. Okay, let's kill all of them with her. They can kill 5 to 10 of them. Yeah, let's do that. Hopefully at upper end, but it'll be about 9, 8. There you go. We can just... Before this guy gets a move, we can just keep attacking. And if we're lucky, we'll manage to kill it. Okay. So this can walk there. So we're going to just protect this with him. Now, undead are generally quite slow, so 15 to 20 or 5 to 13. We'll do 15 to 20, hopefully we'll kill the whole entire stack. Now these women, these are the ones that cast the thing. I didn't actually notice it, but here we go. So we're going to shoot. Does a bit of damage, I like it. But there we go, she's weakened. When I get that spell, I'll be able to figure out what it does. The nymphs, what can the nymphs do? We'll probably just move her. The nymphs will go up here. Right, Disruption Ray. Reduce their defense by 3. They now have 2 defense. Disruption Ray. Reduce their defense by 2. They now have no defense. And if I move her back, no one can actually... We'll wait for him to move forward. How much damage? 8 to 12. We can just skip his go and defend, and we'll get another shot with him. This is really what I like about this faction. Because of these ranged units to begin with, you can do this. You can do like the ranged whereas they're trying to walk towards you, you can slaughter them, so you lose a lot less units with this faction when you're walking around grabbing the small stuff. Whereas if you're playing the undead faction, a lot of these are hand-to-hand combats, as you can see, and so these hand-to-hand combatants are just going to start losing health even if they're not. Expert pathfinding reduces movement penalty for rough terrain by 75%, or basic archery increases the damage done by ranged attacking creatures by 10%. Now this is going to go back to the same thing. I'm not even sure this is actually a thing, you know, but because I've got advanced pathfinding already, I think it's more likely that I'll get expert pathfinding again. And I do think the archery is really good because, as you can see, I really like my ranged units. I think I'm going to take the basic archery, even though the pathfinding is going to be great. I think we'll get the pathfinding again. So in there, we got 2,500 gold and also the Quiet Eye of the Dragon. Worn on a finger. This item increases your attack and defense skills by 1. So I really like in this game as well, there's a lot of RPG sort of elements here. We got +1 power. So attack, allowing all my units to inflict more damage. Defense, resist more damage in combat for all my troops. Power is the amount of damage I do by spells, and knowledge is my spell points. So just thought I'd let you know that. Can we sneak through there? No. We're going to have to go down and round. Grab that. And what building would we like to do? The resource silo, 1 sulfur per day. It's sulfur. Sulfur might be a bottleneck. We haven't got anything that gives us sulfur per turn. We haven't got anything that gives us crystals or gems per turn, but I did see gems per turn up here somewhere. Gems per turn is there. So, I don't know. It might be better to get it early, but let's see. My overall plan is that I want that, and I want that. That costs 10,000 though. There's no point getting any units now because I haven't got any army to go out. I don't want to send Corks back. Thieves Guild, additional information in the tavern. Not really. The Grotto allows you to sacrifice creatures or artifacts in exchange for experience. That's pretty cool because I got these and I don't want them. However, it does cost an awful lot. 7,500 is just not worth the price at the minute. The pub increases crewmates production. We can upgrade the frigates, which is super good. I really want to do that. I want to do that when we decide to bring Corpse back, so we can upgrade all his stuff. For now, let's just get grab the castle, so we can get the capital sooner rather than later. We need 10,000 gold though, so we'll make sure to try and aim for gold when we're walking around like that. Some gold there. Right, there's that army. We can now actually see. Look like Tan player or something. Okay, Coronius. He does have an army. The dwarves are not too tough. Those archers are damn good. Those wood elves, damn good. They shoot twice, just naturally. And centaurs are garbage too. So grab these boots of speed. Do you wish to pursue them? Yes. I'm going to be fighting every single thing here unless, like, there's no reason not to unless they're ranged. Now I know the skeletons are not ranged. But if they were ranged, I might allow them to scatter so I don't lose any units. But here, we're going to be able to just annihilate them before they even get near us. Which gives us experience. If we press no and we don't pursue them, they leave, we don't get any experience, which is terrible. We'll wait with everybody so that they get within range of a better shot. Still not quite, but we never knew. There we go. Weakness. Disruption Ray. Defense reduced by 3. Defense reduced by 1. He has no defense now. Defense reduced by nothing still. Again, he can only move that far, so we'll wait to get maximum damage from the range units. Oh, he can kill all 20 anyway, so Whom! Whom is the accurate term. And we got Boots of Speed, which I can probably imagine what they do, but let's just check. Worn on the feet. These boots increase your hero's movement rate over land by 600 points. So I'm not sure. I've got 2,300 points. So we were on 1,800, so We've got about a third of our points again, so he's got a lot of movement now, which is really nice. Have we got that? We haven't got the windmill yet. There's another crypt we can go for. Get some really nice stuff. It's day 3, so let's head to the windmill. We'll head to the star axis. And when we get up here, we might curve around, grab in there. Might have to go up here and deal with blue. He might be a nuisance later on. What's the corpse do? Is it just going to be bad morale or something? You come upon the remains of an unfortunate adventurer. Searching through the scattered bones, you find nothing. So any important information comes down here. I probably should have said that right at the start. Any important information, like what I'm getting when I pick them up, what happens, is going to come down here. Okay, we've got a spell scroll. A bless. Bless is pretty good. It guarantees them to do the maximum damage. So like, they do 2 to 4 damage, and they do 1 to 2. Well, bless means that particular unit does maximum damage. Guaranteed, which is really nice. Right, we'll get that quick, so we get gems per day. And we'll probably growl down here, grab that. I do think blue's going to start coming in and trying to take some of my stuff. Oh, wow. Alchemist Lab. That is mercury per turn. Per day. So, excellent. So I think that blue's probably going to come across and try and take some of my stuff, so... We can send this guy, what's his name? Zalair. It seems to be like we've actually explored everything down here that isn't blocked by a unit. So we can send him back, and then we can actually grab the cannon if we want to. We can grab some other stuff. And we don't have enough for the capital yet. And again, I really don't want to sell any money. I need 800. It's just not worth it. It's so not worth it. So, what we can do, because we're getting 2,000 gold per turn, and we need 800, if we sell something which is about, if we buy something which is relatively cheap, 1,000 there, that should get us, that means we'll get 1,000 next turn. So we'll buy that. Yeah, we'll have enough money next turn. Right, here we go. Let's see what this guy does. It's weird how he's not blue player, but he's left that blue building right there. War Machine Factory. Let's have a little look what that does. I'm pretty sure it allows you to buy a ballista. Did I think I did, didn't I? Where I can now control a ballista. So, and it does like percentage chance to do more damage, so pretty good. So, it might be worth buying one of them just to add that to my army. We've got First Aid Tent, which heals troops up to their... Not... If they die, they don't get back, but like a troop has... she has 4 health, so she's on 1 health. I can restore it back to 3. Really good on big units. Not so good on small ones. And ammo cards. Provides unlimited ammunition to shooters. Really quite nice. I mean, like I said, these guys only have 4 shots. These guys have 12, so they're never going to run out. But they could run out, but when we upgrade them, they'll get more shots, so let's not buy the ammo card. We haven't got the money anyway, because... Here we go. Capital. There we go. It's going to take 2.5 turns to get that money back. We're getting 4,000 per turn, and it costs 10,000, so... It's very good to get that early on. We're closing on the end of this week, though, and we're going to get some more troops. We probably won't be able to afford them, unless we start grabbing more stuff. We'll head back to town. Corpse here is going to grab his +1 spell power, even though he doesn't have a book. We'll head in there. Same thing. So this should be relatively easy. Crypts are generally considered quite easy, I think. We can kill all 10 potentially. This is where Bless would come in handy. I know I'd kill all 10 then. But these guys can't reach again. Just these 2 that we need to care about. And we don't mind the whites hitting that 1 because then only 1 dies. And we don't mind the whites hitting them because it probably won't do too many. So we'll kill the vampires. We don't want them killing a lot of these. Also, the vampires, no enemy retaliation. So if they hit me, I don't hit back. So let's kill them. We'll kill all 10 of these. If hopefully. Same sort of thing, we killed most. Now the whites, they just regenerate up to their not again, the same sort of thing. They don't gain their stack back, but they gain their health. So he's lost, was that 3 health, so he'll go back up to 18. Which is not too good. If it was on like a unit which had 500 health, it'd be way better. But on whites, it's not that interesting. Thank you. That's hot tea. Right, we'll keep killing these. It's not guaranteed not to kill any. They do 5 to 8 damage, and there's 3 of them. He's got 15 health, so if I can take that down to 2, then it shouldn't kill anything. Yeah, great. Alright, we'll slaughter this guy. This guy is healed, killed a couple of nymphs, and the nymphs are the weakest thing. I probably didn't mention it, but there's tiers of units. Nymphs are tier 1, crewmates are tier 2, these are tier 3, these are tier 5. I think I missed the Stormbirds out. Okay, we'll shoot that, hope to kill them all. Great. We'll weaken it and lower its defense. We'll move up there. Can't reach him, can you? No. Look, we lost 6 nymphs. Easy. We got a Collar of Conjuring. Have I already got something on my neck? I have. That's to stop Death Ripple. This is only going to happen if the AI do Death Ripple, but since no one's I think anyway, let me just check. Increase my duration of my spells, and 5,000 gold, that's nice. Nice. So yeah, he's got immune to Death Ripple. Now, Death Ripple is the spell which hits every unit on the board in combat, unless it's undead. So it's really only good if you've got an undead army. So if you're playing as the Necropolis. Nobody is, so I don't think anyone's going to use it. Obviously I could use it, because I'm immune to it, but I don't think it's really that worth it. Let's stick the Conjuring in there, and we'll attack the Grenemlins.